what you're given, that's how we live it. Don't be mad at the system, it's simply how we've existed.
Hey everybody, the Dean 13 channel, but it's now been changed to channel 13. So remember that, so you got to look me up, remember the channel 13. Okay, look, you know, I put out there a while back about this Extinction Rebellion group, and of course their leaders and their co-founders, and I wanted to put it out there because this Greta Thunberg and what she's done now with all the young generation and the upheaval that she is now actually introducing, which she has done, you know, I highly disagree with, because I did put a YouTube out there promoting the young girl, because I sincerely believe that she actually did believe in the climate and what she's doing. But I believe she's not. I believe that she's a money machine for her father and her so-called mother. But one thing I was doing, and I have been doing over the last couple of weeks, is doing research and just finding little things that I think I'll put out there to the community and see what you people think, because I think Greta Thunberg is she's a fraud, okay, a young fraud, and I think deep down that she's confused. She doesn't know what she's doing. She's controlled, and I do believe that her father is controlling her, and I will tell you why. Okay, now there was a YouTube that I was watching, okay, and it's called Straight Talk. It's on YouTube, and it's with Greta and Savant. Excuse me if I'm not correcting her father's name properly. And of course they had touched upon Greta's mother when her name was Malina Ehrman. Sorry, Malina Ehrman. That's Greta's mother's name, and she is a opera singer, or was an opera singer. And of course we all know, and if you didn't know, Greta's father is a author and an actor. Okay, so, and they were on a show in Poland, and it was in December the 9th, 2018. Okay, remember it's 2019 now, and things have progressed, and she's, you know, progressed a lot further than what she was on the 9th of December. And if you watch this YouTube, you'll know why. Because there's a speaker there, and it was held in Poland, a speaker there on a conference on climate change, and I didn't catch the speaker's name, but he seemed to influence a lot of Greta and her father, and endorsing her, and putting, if you hear this YouTube, and it's called Straight Talk, and if you hear the speaker, you'll hear little things that he's got to say that seem to implement in place for a revolution to happen, if you hear what he's got to say. And then it moves on to the interview of Greta and her father. Now, I found when I watched it more than once that I found Greta is very withdrawn from her questions, and in the interview you'll find that she seems to wonder a lot. She seems to talk about things but not in depth. She seems to actually bounce off her father. If you watch the interview, you'll find that he's quite controlling, manipulating, because what Greta doesn't know what to say, he'll instantly come in with the mic and move it from her, which you'll notice, and then start talking. and then from there she'll bounce off him and she'll take the mic off him and start talking, which is really bizarre. But so as you watch the interview, you'll find that when there's a part where it's asked by this interviewer or the speaker, this elderly speaker, as I said, I didn't catch his name, but he was one of the main organisers of this climate change talk in Poland. He asked how this all happened, how this all come about. And Greta's father, Savant, had turned around and said that it all started when Greta was sick. 4 or 5 years went by and she was sick. And of course Greta's mother had to give up her profession. And as we all know, we haven't seen Greta's mother at all. So you've got to question that. But within this, it was asked how it all come about, and he said it all started when Greta fell sick. She couldn't eat, she couldn't talk, she withdrew from society, she lost weight, and then suddenly, with their help and support, that she gained the confidence again and to get back out into society. But she was different after that. She seen everything in a different light of how society should be, and the society and the environment and the climate change. But one thing you do see in the interview is when the father's discussing how it all come about, is he's very nervous. He tends to like that a lot, you know, and then he'll move. He's very nervous as he talks. And if you really study Greta's father, he's actually, as the years have gone by, I believe that Greta's mother has not been around, because if she has, how come she's not around at rallies? How come she's not there at interviews? It's in this interview you only see Greta's mother once as an opera singing, and that's about it. And then she gave up her profession, and then it all turned over to Savant, her father, how it all come about. And you see him very nervous and asking questions and saying how Greta was all very different when this happened. And that's how it all changed their life, mind you. If you watch the interview, their life, how they live, how they see things, all because of Greta. And from there it went what they don't do, what they took out of their life, what they believe in, their constitution, how it all come about, what they are fighting for, you know. But if you watch the interview, it's crap, because, well, it's blowing your mind. If you watch the interview, they say they're all against flying, they're all against trains, they're all against electricity, they're converting back to ways that are basic, all through Greta's vision after being sick. And I do believe as Greta grew up, she didn't have a mother. It was all influence from her father, because he is an actor and he is an author, and he has endorsed a book on this, if you watch the interview. So I do believe what's actually happened is that now it's where Greta, if you see Greta, she's very withdrawn. She has no ideas. She says it's time for change, but the children must strike. We must do this, we must do that. But has time moved on since the 9th of December 2018? Yes, it has, Greta and your father. You've actually, you know, you've lied, because everything you said in that interview, you're doing today. You're gone by yacht, which it did cost resources. You've flown, you went by train, and it even says in this interview what you had to do, and then your father turns around and says, this is how it's all happened, and how he's written a book. And this interviewer, the organiser of this climate change discussion, implements little things if you watch it for rebellion, and she's endorsing it. But as you see in the interview, her father's really, really nervous. They bounce off each other. She takes the mic from him, he takes the mic from her. There's been no... Where's her mother? Where's Greta? Where's your mother? I mean, you know, if you look at that interview, and it's the 9th of December 2018, Straight Talk, you and your dad, in Poland, at a discussion, climate change. If you look at it, you've lied. Everything you said, you lied. Okay? So that's what you're doing. You actually, I believe this person, the speaker of the climate change in Poland, had a lot to do with endorsing you and your father. For some funny reason, I put it out there. And they're making money. He's making money on his book now. So, and she's making money. She said about no electric cars, no flying, no planes, no trains. Well, you're a liar. You and your family are a liar. Slanderous, actually. So people, get out there and watch the video. It's called Straight Talk. It's on YouTube. So, and I must say one other thing. There has a chappie by the name of Malin Barker that suggested my contents on a few things, I think to do with the Extinction Rebellion group and Greta Thunberg. But if you watch this YouTube, get out there and watch it because it's so interesting. They contradict themselves, you liars. So really, Greta, your father, you may watch this, please watch it, because really, you've said so many things that are lies. And it's now 2019. You've done nothing but profit, and you've got people behind you that are profiting from you, and your family's profiting from you, your father. I don't believe your mother's got a lot to do with you, because all the rallies that you've been to, where's your mum? Is she so proud of you and she's this and that? Where's your mother? Come on, put her on YouTube. Aren't you close to your mother? I bet Greta's never really had a relationship with her mother. I do believe that her father is quite an influence, quite a bad influence, a money maker. He's seen a way of making money. All the ideas that Greta comes out with, and if you see she's very withdrawn, she doesn't really know what she's talking about. She bounces off her father. She doesn't know what to say. So when he says something, she's, oh, yeah, this is what I'll say. So watch it, okay? That's from me, okay? They're Channel 13, look after yourself. But I thought you'd find that very, very interesting. You may not find an intro because this has gone too long. But until then, look after yourself. Bye. And Greta, if this reaches you, watch it. Because really, you've outright lied to the whole society. Bye. From the Channel 13. Bye.